If you're dreaming of a life filled with stunning landscapes, rich cultures, and the freedom to live comfortably on a budget, you're in the right place. Today we're exploring the top 10 Asian paradises where you can live well for just $1,000 a month. Whether you're a retiree or simply looking for a fresh start, these destinations offer incredible value without compromising on quality of life. So pack your bags and join us on this journey to discover your next affordable paradise. Number 10. Malaysia. Malaysia is located in Southeast Asia and it's filled with islands. It's known for its multicultural heritage, lush rainforests and beautiful beaches. It is home to 4 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, namely Lenggong Valley, Georgetown and Melaka, Kinabalu Park and Gunung Mulu National Park. Malaysian families can be Malay, Chinese or Indian. Large families often live under one roof and elders are highly respected here. You'll find that Malaysians usually communicate indirectly, valuing politeness and saving face. Hearing a direct no is rare and silence shows respect. The cost of living in Malaysia varies depending on location, lifestyle and personal preferences, but it is generally affordable compared to many Western countries. Overall, you can live in Malaysia on a minimum budget of around $800 per month. This includes rent, utilities, food, transportation, leisure activities, and health insurance. Malaysia has several attractive cities for expats and locals alike. Each one offers a unique lifestyle, amenities, and opportunities. Some of the top cities to consider moving to in Malaysia are Kuala Lumpur, Johor Bahru, and Ipoh. Number 9. Indonesia. Indonesia is in Southeast Asia, right on the equator between the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. It is made up of over 17,000 islands. The biggest 5 islands are Java, Sumatra, Kalimantan, Sulawesi, and Papua. Indonesia is famous for several things, such as its biodiversity, culture and heritage, tourism, and volcanoes. Indonesia's economy is diverse, with farming, factories, services, and natural resources. It's the largest in Southeast Asia, but the country struggles with poor infrastructure. Still, many foreign investors like to invest in Indonesia. The country is full of different cultures, with over 300 ethnic groups. Most people are Muslim, but there are also Christians, Hindus, and Buddhists. The minimum cost of living in Indonesia is around $750 per month. Now, if you're thinking of making the move, picking the right city is key. You have to consider everything from job prospects to weather and cost of living. Jakarta, Bali, and Bandung often steal the spotlight for expats and locals alike. Number 8. Philippines. For many, the Philippines is a textbook definition of a tropical paradise, with dramatic limestone cliffs, hidden lagoons, pristine beaches, and a landscape nothing short of magical. The Philippines is also one of the cheapest Asian countries you can reside in. Yes, you can live in the Philippines for only $540 a month. For this number, you can enjoy an exciting expat life full of activities like snorkeling, sightseeing, kayaking in underground rivers, or simply getting a nice suntan on one of the white sand beaches here. The country is also rich in culture, made of hospitable locals and a revered culinary scene that you can experience in one of the night markets or vibrant restaurants throughout the city. Furthermore, accommodation, food, and transportation are affordable, allowing you to enjoy a high quality of life without spending a fortune. Number 7. Thailand. Thailand is a country in the middle of mainland Southeast Asia. It's entirely in the tropics and has many different environments. In the north, there are hilly forested areas, whereas the central plains have fertile rice fields. Before the 1960s, Thailand's economy was mainly based on growing rice and other foods and making goods for people in the country. By the 1980s, Thailand was firmly moving towards becoming an industrial country. The cost of living in Thailand can be quite low, especially if you adapt to local living standards and avoid high-end Western luxuries. For a single person, the cost of living ranges from $550 to $1,000 per month. The best cities to move to include Bangkok, Chiang Mai, and Phuket. Each city has its charm. It all depends on what you prioritize in your new home. Number 6. Vietnam. Vietnam is in Southeast Asia on the Indochina Peninsula. To the north, it borders China, and to the west, it borders Laos and Cambodia. To the east, it faces the South China Sea, which is part of the Pacific Ocean. Vietnam is well known for its mouth-watering cuisine, breathtaking scenery, rich culture, and fascinating historical sites. Vietnamese culture is a lot like Chinese culture. Family holds a special place in their hearts. It's their duty to care for their children and provide support for the elders, and it's not uncommon to find several generations living under one roof. Living in Vietnam can be very affordable, especially if you choose to live outside the major cities or in inexpensive neighborhoods. The low-end budget of a single expat can be between $700 to $1,000. Street food and local markets help keep food costs low, and public transportation is very budget-friendly. Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City are the best cities to move to in Vietnam. Each of them offers unique experiences and opportunities. So, which one do you prefer? Number 5. Laos. Known as the land of a million elephants, Laos is a landlocked country in the middle of Southeast Asia. The country shares its borders with Myanmar, Cambodia, China, Thailand, and Vietnam. It is famous for its amazing scenery, ethnic villages, and unexplored lands. Laos is mainly an agricultural country, and the people like to smile and value freedom. They avoid conflicts and care a lot about their country, honor, and reputation. Most Lao people are very accepting and respectful of others. A comfortable lifestyle in Laos can be maintained for approximately $1,000 per month. It all depends on your lifestyle and location within the country. Some of the best places in Laos for expats are Vientiane, Luang Prabang, Paxi, Savannakhet, and Vang Vieng. Number 4. Azerbaijan. Azerbaijan is a country that sits between Eastern Europe and West Asia. It's part of the South Caucasus region. Baku is the capital and biggest city. One of the most famous places in Azerbaijan is Yana Dag, also known as Burning Mountain. It's a natural fire that burns on a hillside by the Caspian Sea. The mountain has been on fire for at least 65 years. Can you believe that? Azerbaijani culture mixes East and West, with influences from Middle Eastern, Russian, and Turkish cultures. Most people are Azerbaijani. There are also Russians, Turks, Kurds, Lezgians, and Talish. All these groups have added to Azerbaijan's rich history and its unique traditions, language, and food. Azerbaijan's economy depends on oil and gas. These make up 90% of all their exports. The cost of living in Azerbaijan is relatively affordable compared to Western standards. One can live easily on a $1,000 budget per month in a city like Baku. This makes it an attractive destination for expatriates looking for affordability. Port Baku is a new, modern part of the capital, built where old factories used to be. It has fancy apartments with lots of luxury from their undeniable oil wealth. Badamdar, Yasamal, and Vorovsky are great for expats who want peace and quiet. Number 3. Bhutan. Bhutan is a small country in Southeast Asia, between Tibet and India. The land in Bhutan can be divided into different areas based on height from north to south: the Great Himalayas, the Inner Himalayas, and the Southern Foothills. Bhutan is famous for its unique philosophy of gross national happiness, or GNH. This GNH index is a new way to measure the country's success, by looking at how happy its people are, instead of just their economic growth. The Bhutanese people are naturally strong and very independent. They have a good sense of humor, and they are always ready to welcome you with open arms, dressed in their vibrant traditional attire. Economically, Bhutan's been on the rise, thanks to projects like hydropower and a booming tourism scene. That's led to some serious poverty reduction over the years. If you're eyeing Bhutan for a new chapter, living costs won't break the bank. Roughly $455 a month covers your basics. And if you're wondering where to settle, keep Thimphu, Paro, Bontang, and Punakha in mind. They're the hubs of Bhutanese good life. Number 2. Nepal. Nepal is a country in Asia tucked up against the massive Himalayan mountains. It's surrounded by India on 3 sides, the east, south, and west, so it doesn't touch the sea. It's next to China's Tibet Autonomous Zone, but here's the real showstopper. Nepal's claim to fame, none other than being the proud home nation of the mighty Mount Everest. Nepal's culture is woven from many different groups of people. Some have been here for ages, while others came from different countries. Together, they make Nepal's culture lively and rich. Being landlocked means Nepal doesn't have easy access to resources, which makes its economy tough to grow. Plus, its transportation system isn't great, adding to the challenge. Nepal imports essentials like fuel and construction materials, but exports goods like rice and textiles. The cost of living in Nepal is relatively low compared to many Western countries. For a comfortable living in Nepal, the average monthly expenditure is estimated to be around $500. This includes rent, food, transportation, and leisure activities. The top spots for expats in Nepal are Kathmandu, Pokhara, Lalitpur, Chitwan, Dharan, Biratnagar, and Parsa. Whether you like lively cities or peaceful mountains, Nepal's got something for everyone. So, what tops this list as the cheapest Asian country? Can you guess before this video goes on? Alright, here is Number 1. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is an island country in the Indian Ocean, below India. It is southwest of the Bay of Bengal and southeast of the Arabian Sea. Apart from being a large tea producer, it's also known for its cinnamon. This is a super important ingredient in their delicious food. Cinnamon was first founded by the Egyptians in 2000 BC. But did you know, Sri Lanka is now a leading exporter of the world's cinnamon. Sri Lanka has lots of different cultures. People there really care about religion, and it's a big part of their lives. You can see Buddhist temples, Hindu temples, mosques, and churches all over the place. The big money-making areas in the country are tourism, tea export, apparel, textile, rice production, and other agricultural products. Lots of people from Sri Lanka go to work in other countries, mostly in the Middle East, which helps bring in money from abroad. The cost of living in Sri Lanka varies depending on the city and lifestyle. The average monthly cost of living, including rent in a normal area, can range from $300 to $500. Colombo, Kandy, and Galle are the best cities to move to in Sri Lanka. Each city has its own unique charm and caters to different preferences. So, which city suits you best? Bustling urban vibes, cultural immersion, or serene coastal living? It's your call. And this is the end of our video. If you like traveling to the cheapest Asian paradises to live in, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. That way we'll book you a passenger seat on our upcoming video travels. In the meantime, check out this cool video right here.